Hello. How are you? Hope you're all alright. It is Tommy. I've been away for a while. I've not been online for a bit. And first of all, I am aware that this camera looks like shit. Basically, let me give you an update. I bought a Mac last week because I wanted to get a little bit more into my music making, and that's the video that I'm going to be doing right now. And I've only just figured out that when you used to use OBS on Windows, so people that make videos will know what OBS is, there were settings in there where you could change the settings of the camera, change the exposure and stuff like that. And apparently on Mac you can't do that, not without buying an app from the App Store, and it's about £10, which doesn't sound like a lot, and it isn't really a lot, but it's just frustrated me tonight to find out that I can't do that. But basically what I'm doing tonight is I am doing something called Songtember, and this is a thing that was created by Pete Johns over on Your Music Live, Studio Live Today. It's actually called Studio Live Today. But basically Pete Johns has got a whole community of people making music, releasing music, and it's predominantly based around Garageband. He's kind of branched out into other things like BandLab and a bit of Logic and stuff like that. But basically Songtember is in the month of September you create a song, you record it and you release it, and you meant to document it as the days and weeks go by, and by the end of the month you'll have a fully finished song. And that's what I'm going to try and do this month. It is the 1st of September today. No, it's the 2nd of September today. And I have started to think about a song. I recorded the first couple of tracks yesterday, and I thought to myself, it's all well and good recording it, but why don't I try and actually record me recording the song? Why don't I try and document it and see how that goes? So that's what I was doing tonight, trying to get the Mac set up, trying to get OBS set up, trying to get the webcam and all that kind of set up. So the very first couple of videos will be quite rough around the edges, like the quality of this isn't great. When I close it down and make it a little bit smaller later on, it should be a little bit better. But basically I'm going to try and talk you through the steps of creating a song. Now, I have got an idea of a song, and it's like an acousticy kind of sound. Well, in my head it's an acousticy kind of sound, and yeah, that's what I'm going to try and do, try and document my steps as I go along. So I am going to share with you what I have up to now, and hopefully we can add to it as we go along. Now, hopefully the audio quality on this is good. I think I've got all the levels right. I think I've got it so that it should record everything perfectly fine. But yeah, I don't know why I'm saying if you don't see a video then this is why, because if you haven't seen the video then you're not going to see the video, so you're not even going to be able to hear what I'm saying. I'm just basically talking to myself. But hopefully if you do see this video, I did have concerns at this point as to whether it would work or not. So I am going to move over to Garageband, and is it working? Is it working? No, it's not working. I'm going to click over here. The hotkeys don't work. That's another thing that I need to sort out on Mac, probably something in my settings. But hopefully now you should see 4 tracks in my Garageband. So I am going to and basically I'm going to mute some of these tracks just for the time being, and this is the very rough edges of the song that I have got. I don't know where it finishes just yet. There's probably about 2 minutes worth of music, but it's basically a very simple song that is in the key of G major, and it's basically playing around with G, C, D, and there's a few little bits of E minor in there. So let me show you what I have got so far. Shining stop it there just for the time being. I'm going to take my headphones off every time I speak because there is a slight delay coming back in my microphone, in my headphones, and it's putting me off a little bit. So if I'm on and off with the headphones, that's why. Again, all these things I need to kind of sort out, but hopefully on the finished video everything is in sync and it looks fine. But basically that's the rough idea of the song. It's going to be that kind of driving acoustic rhythm. None of this is finalized. Like I said, this is literally day 2 of me recording. The drums won't be the same. That's literally just there, more of a metronome click track. The guitar sounds awful. I think it sounds better as probably as an acoustic. I've recorded it on my electric, so the tone of that sounds wrong at the minute, but this is just about getting the framework of the song down. Now I did add it's called Crystal Spheres. It's a bit like a high-pitched kind of pad, which I think might complement it slightly. So I'm happier with this than I am that Starlit Cavern, the second track here. I was just playing about with that, but I will play that for the time being just to show you what that sounds like. For anyone that hasn't really used Garageband, it is actually pretty good. The drummers, they're automatic drummers, so you can see that this drummer is called Ian. He is a Britpop drummer, and basically you can choose from a multiple array of different drummers. So you can choose pop rock, retro rock, hard rock. Hard rock's quite good. Anders is quite good at hard rock. Max on punk rock. But this was kind of the lightest drum kit that I could find without going into like jazzy brushes. You know, you've got rock, you've got alternative, you've got indie pop, songwriter stuff, R&B, electronic. So it's pretty good. And basically, they're all customizable. So we've got Britpop Ian. I have split the different parts of the drum track where I want the drum to change. So let's just solo this, and you can double click in them and you basically get this slider to mess about with. So it was up there and you can see it's changed a little bit now. I've messed it up now. Out there, that's probably closer to where it is, but you can choose which part of the drums he plays. So you could, at the minute I've just gone for kick, and this is the kick pattern that it's currently playing. But you can add hi-hat in there, and then you can change the hi-hat, and you can get him to be a little less simple, a little more simple, a little more complex. And basically, I don't know if you'll be able to see this on the final video, hopefully it's big enough, but the left to right is how simple or complex the drum beat is, and bottom to top is how loud it is. So if you wanted something really simple and soft, you'd come down here, and you'd play something like this. And you can go louder, but still say simple. You can make it a bit more complex. So and then you've also got this fills knob here, and the more you bring this up, the more he does fills on his little pieces. So you can see as I move it, the the waveform changes. So if we max out the fills, this is what he does with a relatively simple, moderately loud, full of fills, just playing the hi-hat and the kick. So let's add a hi-hat. So it is quite customizable with the drums. You can mess about with them and you can pretty much get what you want. And you've also got these sliders here, so you can play a different hi-hat pattern, you can play a different kick and snare pattern. So if I show you that, add a bit of tambourine, and you can change that as well. Okay, so I've completely messed up what I had originally, because originally it was just the kick, wasn't it? But that's essentially where I'm up to so far. I'm just going to open this up again and take the hi-hat, the snare and the tambourine off, and I think this was up at 6, and it was relatively simple. I wanted to get that kind of heartbeat sound on the turn the fills down, unmute it. And I'll show you the final Starlit Cavern guitar here. This is a bit more of a delayed kind of sound guitar. I'm not very good at explaining these guitars, am I? But basically what I'm trying to do is use just the stock sounds that are already built into Garageband. I don't want to be paying for VSTs and plugins and things like that. And what I might do is branch out into more of the free plugins that you can download, but for the time being I just want to concentrate on the stock ones. So I'm going to unmute it I should say, and I'll show you what I've added as an extra layer. So that's where we're up to so far. As for lyrics, I don't really know. I haven't got the lyrics yet. I'm not at that stage, and that's my real struggle point, is writing lyrics. I often get the music in my head, I record it, and then I struggle for 2 or 3 weeks writing lyrics. I've got a few lines in my head, which is, or it started off with, I'm a star shining brightly, do you see me? But I'm thinking, why am I saying that about me? I'm a star shining brightly. I don't know, that just the first thing that came into my head. I feel like flipping it, you're a star shining brightly, but then I'd need to change the line from do you see me to, I could change it to there are stars, do you see them? I don't know, but I want the actual words aren't that important at the minute. The rhythm is da 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 da, and then I'll leave the final phrase just down to the guitar and drums. I'm not going to fill that with lyrics. And then again for the same, for the second bit of the verse. So if I'll just hum or la 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 what I'm thinking. Hopefully this is, again, the balance is between the volume is good enough, but something like, I don't know whether it's too high for me. I might need to come up with a different melody. That's where we're up to so far, and I'm not sure I wanted to add anything to it just yet. I really just wanted to document for you guys where I am right now, and then the next time I get a chance to sit down and do a bit of writing, I will try and document the additions that I've made. For those of you that have watched, thanks very much. I hope you've liked this kind of format of video. Musicians? Not the musicians. Everyone. Let me know what you think it's missing. There's a slight bit of me that thinks it feels a little bit bland at the minute. I wanted it to be a bit more powerful, and I don't know whether I'm just not hearing that just yet, just because it's in its bare bones. But what is it missing? Where do you think the song should go? Let me know. But yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. Hopefully you see this video. Hopefully when I get back into the editing program, it all sounds and looks fine, and you've watched it in YouTube in about an hour's time. Until then, guys, I will see you again in the next couple of days. Let me know if you've liked this, and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.